Okay, I'll make this real easy. Wendover, Mesquite, Lincoln County, Nye County, Story County, Carson, and Churchill. Okay, because right now I've got host agreements for Nye, a franchise for Story. What Carson gets is basically mostly construction and demolition stuff from like Tahoe that they charge by the truck, or by the ton rather, for 58 bucks a ton for out of county and a $30 minimum. Now, in talking to the people in Churchill, the farthest imported garbage they get is from Fernley, which is currently, which, you know, is not out of state. So again, it kind of brings up the question of, are you guys really paying attention? Because the thing of it is, in talking to several people in Fallon, Owens and Dunn, they're begging for garbage to come in there from out of state, but they won't take it at $1 a ton. Now, going off of what you told me, I was taking it as a matter of fact that all the dumps you mentioned did take out of state garbage, and I'm being told by the powers that be where the one landfill is, they don't.
I don't believe that they currently today are receiving, but they are on our list of landfills that take and have taken in the past. So Russell Pass in Churchill County has taken out of state waste in the past, and so they show up on in our database as one of our landfills that takes out of state waste. And so I recently, we call them recently Friday. I mean, they may not be currently taking waste today, but they are one of the landfills that are set up to take it and have taken it in the past.
But then again, this is telling me that you guys aren't current on who's taking what and where. It's just like with the mistake that was made with the first time the permit went around. It was 90 days after that property had been sold that permit was signed. And, you know, so it brings back the question of due diligence. I mean, to me, you know, if you're going to tell people that these dumps are taking stuff from out of state, then I would definitely make sure that the information you're handing out is current. But like I said, I have called all the dump sites involved. I'm still waiting for Lincoln to give me a call back, and I'm still waiting for Wendover to give me a call back. But as of Friday, in talking to, I talked to about 4 different people, they are begging. They have put an ad in a garbage publication requesting out-of-state garbage. So as far as what, you know, you may have on your list and all that good stuff, but as far as you telling somebody, you know, that they're taking it, they're not.
I don't think this is necessary. I think they came to answer the questions that we sent them. And we got the answers, and I don't think they have to sit here and listen to this.
Well, you're not asking the questions.
So,
You're not answering. Hey, what questions are you asking?
we're done. The questions were sent in here. All you want to do is come sit here and have an argument.
No, I don't. I got a legitimate question.
should.
They're telling me there's 6 landfills that are taking down the state garbage. Well, do I care? Because we've got one that's going to be coming here that's going to be foisted on us.
This is unnecessary.
Yeah, what was your question though specifically?
Okay, it goes back to the due diligence. Okay, I'm being told that there's 6 landfills taking out state garbage, and if you look at it, there's not.
So you should be happy. We're not taking out state landfill. That's what you've been pitching about. You don't want out state garbage coming in here. So why aren't you thanking them?
Oh, see, we're not getting, see, we're going to get it. Churchill County's not getting it. And that's what I'm bitching about. I mean, we're being, if you can't see, we're being told one thing and something else is happening. This whole thing is, like I brought up before, this whole thing has been a joke from the get-go. Now, basically what it is,
This is your opinion.
my opinion,
And the 3 ladies.
And 78% of the.
and 78% of the people that voted against us.
You know, when I was campaigning, there was a lot of people that absolutely did not understand that referendum. They thought that signing that thing made this whole thing go away. So it was so untrue what you told those folks out there.
I didn't say
If
anything.
they signed this, that there would be no more recalls, and that's not the way it works.
That's not what, and I never
I
said
still
anything.
say, I'll go back to right now, I don't think we need this conversation. I don't think you need to sit here and prosecute NDP.
I won't prosecute. I asked a legitimate question.
They answered the questions they came for. I don't know why they can't go.
What's the, if an NDP controls who has licenses to conduct what type of business, it's up to the counties or the
business owners, more importantly, to determine what and how they operate within or under those licenses. NDP doesn't control that.
But they do control stuff coming in from out of state, right?
Well, they have they issue license, but what is taken or not taken, their concern is a determination as to what is allowed at a particular site, and as long as the operations are within the permit, whether the garbage is originating from Churchill County, a sister county, or from some other state, I question what significance that has as long as they're still operating under the permit issued by the state.
Okay, thank you. Is there anybody else from the public who wishes to make a comment at this time? You know, I believe you have answered sufficiently the questions that we had. Thank you. Appreciate it. Come forward, please.
My name is Deborah Ryan. I've lived in Hamilton County all my life. And all I'm going to say is, I know if the EPA, I know if the water table is below 100 feet down the ground, that's right there, might be able to help us do that. Because if they put plastic tarps around that, it's not going to work. That's all I'm going to say. Thank you.
Thank you. Anybody else? Come forward, please.
Hi, my name is Deborah Gay. I just moved here. We just bought some property down on Rose Creek Road. And this Recology, I was just informed that all that money that is being set aside is for the city water. I'm on well. I have a well. If their water and their contaminated stuff gets into my well system, who is going to clean up my well? Which one of these people are going to clean up the well that I have is going to be contaminated by these people's sewage?
Where do you live?
On West Rose Creek Road.
West Rose Creek.
And if the wells get contaminated in this area, who's responsible? Or do we have to sue the city and Recology and the NEDP for fixing the wells that are in this county? Has anybody done anything on that one?
Well, I asked that question. That was one of the questions that I asked Mr. Noack, and basically I asked the question, who then carries responsibility if a breach in that Atlantic liner occurs. And he stated for the record that all of the money held in trust lists the state of Nevada as a benefactor. So basically what he told us was that the state of Nevada is going to be the one that is going to have to clean the groundwater up if something along that line occurs. I don't believe there's any other instrument in play short of a federal declaration of a toxic waste superfund site to protect us. And hence that was a lot of the questions that I had. I feel that this is the time to talk about these subjects. This is the time to get those assurances in place and to figure out who it is that's responsible. And I believe your question is a valid one, and I believe it is one that a lot of people share. And I think, but I will tell you right now, based on the information I received today, it would be the state of Nevada being number one.
But, okay, say my well's contaminated. What do I do for water? During that time that they're trying to fix it, it could be years before they correct their problem. I mean, how do you clean a water table? You just don't go in and put, you know what I'm saying? You just don't go in and it's going to take years research to be done on this, a ton more research to be done on this before it was even put into process. I mean, I just can't believe that we just agreed upon this without getting the public into it and finding out what they thought before it even happened. Because the water tables.
I don't want to belabor this, ma'am, but I would tell you that you're coming in on the very tail end of a very, very big protracted legal doubt. There were lawsuits, appeals. There was a significant amount of research done relative to this. Still is being done. The courts have spoken. We are where we're at right now. And I believe for the purposes of what we have sitting on the table right now, what we have, the questions that were asked today and the solutions that were offered are the best we can do at this moment in time. What I can tell you is that there's a great deal of effort going into making sure that your groundwater and my groundwater does not become contaminated. And if you look at the permit and how it was written, it is a whole lot different. The requirements on the company are a whole lot different than was initially requested. But I just, without beating a dead horse to death, there's been an awful lot of work done, put on this thing. It wasn't something that just willy-nilly just happened.
No, I know.
You know, they have permits and we go ahead, they haven't even started on the land up there anything. So I think you might have quite a while before.
It just takes more time. I mean, PG&E, you can go to all their ones that they have liners in that probably they contaminated people, causing cancer and all that stuff. I mean, you can go through how many liners have broke in those situations. So, you know, yeah, they're putting the liner, but how long is it going to last? And who keeps track of that? And are they going to do due diligence on making sure that stuff doesn't happen? PG&E, yeah, I mean, California PG&E is a huge corporation, huger than these guys. And they did it. They contaminated two towns that they ended up having to pay for.
Mr.
So
Senator, if I may, relative to your comments, I have a comment. And that groundwater potential degradation was one of Dr. Lee's main concerns. And I don't believe it was considered as it should have been with ABEP. And I don't believe that it will be considered as it should be in the future until we have an incident.
Yeah,
And then it's too late, and unfortunately, that's the reality of what has happened to this county and you as a resident.
Move in here and just wait.
So you come from California?
Yeah. Yeah, my sister's lived here forever. I've been with this procedure for a while, but yeah, I just wondered what, who do I go to? That's one of the things I'd like to know is who do you actually go to if something like this was to happen?
Starts with the state.
State of Nevada?
State of Nevada.
Rather sit right there.
Yeah.
They didn't answer your questions.
Huh?
They didn't need to answer any more questions.
Yeah, so, yeah, I know. And that's the other thing. They don't answer your questions.